Yeah.
Yeah. So this is based on the last class, which I was hearing. I was absent for the last class. So again, the question is because of Maya. So about Maya again. So the Maya, I understood that. Let me define what I understood so that I can say what I am not following. Maya is, I understand it is, you cannot say it is, you cannot say it is not. Okay. And it obscures the Brahman, right? So the equation which you said yesterday in the last class, the Maya as Upadhi with Brahman makes it Ishvara, or is it is Ishvara, is Ishvara. So I'm more comfortable in the other concept, the school of thought, where the creation doesn't happen. It is, if it happens, it is duality. So it immediately strikes my mind the meaning of that, because now it is always existing, and hence there is no creation. Now, when this has been said that Maya as Upadhi with Brahman means Ishvara, so it immediately strikes me like sort of dualism. So even though I understand independently the definition of Maya and Brahman, as I said, like Maya obscures Brahman till the knowledge happens. But with that equation, sort of, I have confusion again. So that's my question.
Yeah. So, see, two things. First, Maya obscures Brahma. So, Maya obscures Brahma, if you say, then we are saying Brahma can be obscured. Brahma may be very big, maybe strong, very powerful, etc. But it can be obscured. So we don't say Brahma is obscured. Saying Brahma is obscured is like saying the snake obscures the rope. So does the snake obscure the rope? If you ask this question, you have to think about it. Hey, all that is there is the rope. All that is there is the rope. So what happened? Why don't you see the rope, Prasad, if I say? Then Prasad says the snake obscures the rope. So we have to think about this a little bit. And we say, no, nothing really obscures the rope. So there is a projection being made in that case. There is a projection. I project the snake on the rope. And that snake is really my creation. It is not Ishvara's creation. Correct? That snake on the rope is my creation, Jiva Srishti, not Ishvara Srishti. So we need to separate Jiva Srishti from Ishvara Srishti. Okay. So Ishvara Srishti is this Jagat. And anything beyond that is, they say value add. These days in companies, it's a very big thing. They have to add value. What value is employee adding to the company? Value add. Somebody sent me a invite from LinkedIn. I've stopped going to LinkedIn, but I get emails sometimes. You get emails. So many people have anniversaries. So many people, please congratulate so and so. All these emails I get. Okay, so I watch that. Somebody accepts my invitation or sent me an invitation or accept my invitation, I think, because he a very good speaker, very knowledgeable person. I think somewhere LinkedIn suggested that it makes suggestions. So I invited him, and he responds, and he says, "I'm ready to add value." This is how he responds, and I was a bit taken aback. This is what, some kind of business or what? I'm not doing business with you. So add value. So this value add is there, idea is there. And so any value addition to this Jagat is Jiva Srishti. This snake is Jiva Srishti. And any projection I make which is not in keeping with the reality is my own Srishti, is my own creation. Okay, so I have some credit. I can take some credit. To the extent that I am projecting, all that belongs to me. So the first sentence is Maya obscures Jiva, it appears, but it need not obscure, obscures Brahma, if we say. It need not obscure. Maya is there. And as long as I am under the spell of avidya, we will say Maya is the cause of that. But if Maya were to really obscure Brahma, then there is no way I can identify Brahma. There is no way. So this so-called obscuring is only temporary. So avidya will take care of Maya. So that is the thing we need to note here. That Maya is introduced to explain this Anadi Kala Ishvara Srishti and Jiva Srishti. Ishvara Srishti. And the minute I see it, the minute I see the rope, then suppose somebody asks, where is the snake? What happened to the snake? What can you say? What will you say? If you say, I'm sorry, I thought it was a snake. Then what? What happened to the snake? You can't say the snake went away. Because if for you to say the snake went away, the snake must have been there to begin with. Correct? Must have been there to begin with. Then only you can say, oh, the snake was there, the stupid snake. We use all these adjectives, stupid snake and all that. And stupid snake was there and it went away. No, you can't make that statement. Then what happened to, then we have to say the snake was my projection, and due to knowledge I do not make the projection anymore. Therefore this Srishti can very well be there, and that's why the second point you made, Prasad, I am more comfortable with the Srishti being there all the time. If you say, what Srishti are you talking about? What Srishti are you talking? We are questioning that Srishti itself. We are questioning that world which you call Srishti. That itself we are questioning. And we are saying, we are talking about this Mithya and Satyam. Do you see everything as Mithya or not? This is the most important question to ask. And if you see everything as Mithya, then the problem is solved. Everything is there and Satyam is all that is there. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Brahma Mokkate, Para Brahma Mokkate. Correct? So that is what we are the Shastram is trying to teach us. So, but if you are comfortable with the Srishti was always there, if you say, then careful, because anything that you point to and you say it is always there, that doesn't exist. That is not possible. Because everything has a janma, and if it has janma, it has to have a maranam also. Correct? So you cannot talk about a world that always is. Not possible. I like this world, I love this world, and it always was there. It is now, it always will be there. That statement even a physicist will not accept. Even forget Vedanta. Leave alone Vedanta. Physicists also won't accept that. World is constantly changing. And so our Shastram talks about pralaya. Pralaya. So laya is there. Every day for the human being goes to sleep. The world for the jiva does not disappears completely. That is called laya. We call it laya. Same thing. This srishti that you say is always there. The Shastram says it won't be there all the time. And pralaya will be there after so many yugas. Every so many yuga cycle, pralaya is there. So the world that you say is always there is actually not a correct statement.
No,
World is mithya.
I would rather say, yeah, creation does not happen according to Advaita. If I say that.
Creation does not
happen according to Advaita.
So according to Advaita, creation has to be explained. We can't ignore creation. Vedanta, Advaita doesn't ignore anything. Everything has to be explained. So the table we look at, what is this table that you're talking about? It is wood. And wood means what? It is fiber. Fiber means what? It is cellulose. Cellulose means what? It is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Carbon means what? This is what Vedanta does. And finally, what exists is only Satyam. And that is what sustains the table. And table is Mithya. This is what Advaita says. So, Srishti, Advaita is not afraid of Srishti. Srishti is there. Advaita only analyzes the Srishti and says that the Srishti is Mithya. That is what we say. So Maya, I'll mention about Maya another time, perhaps when we study in detail. Maya is like, yeah, go ahead, Anirudh.
This prompted a question, I guess. At some point, maybe we've discussed it, and I need a refresher. Maybe Atma and Paramatma is. I mean, are these synonymous, or are these to be taken as synonymous, or is Paramatma an entity to be, or a concept to be well, Paramatma? So beyond, is there something like that is going to that needs to be sort of analyzed, thought through, or understood further?
Yeah, so Satchidananda is one, Brahma. But then that same Brahma, when we refer to our human body and ourselves, this Jiva, then we generally use the word Atma for it. Atma to refer to the Brahma that is manifest as this human body. Brahma that is manifest as this human body is referred to as Atma.
Okay.
I wish there was an example. A wave is there. And wave, of course, is a manifest object like the human body. And if you were to call that water by a different name, then that name would be Atma.
Okay.
And Paramatma, if you look at the whole creation, whole Srishti, and what is the content of that, if you ask, it is that same water, same ocean has that same water, which is there in the wave also. And so the water in the wave I refer to as Atma, and the water in the ocean I refer to as Paramatma. Okay. Paramatma. So Paramatma, then comes Ishvara Sopadhi. Remember the Sopadhi. Upadhi, Maya being the Upadhi. That yes. Brahma is looked upon as Ishvara. Brahma is looked upon as Ishvara. So a statement we will say is Ishvara Satyam or Mithya?
Okay.
Okay, these questions are very relevant and appropriate. And so we will say that status of being Ishvara is Mithya. Ishvaratvam is Mithya. Ishvara, also in some context they will say Mithya, because Ishvara means attributes, correct?
Yes.
Sarva Karanam.
Yes.
The one who created this world is Ishvara. If you say, yeah, okay, then you're attributed a particular quality to Brahma, and therefore whatever comes out of that attribution, in this case Ishvara, is Mithya, because Brahma has no attributes. Correct. So Upadhi Vedat. So therefore, because the Upadhi is different, we use the word Jivaha, Atma and Jivaha, and Brahma and Ishvara. That is the context. The context is what makes the difference in our usage.
Okay.
But in this text, if you notice, in the I think he's dropped the word Brahma, right? He uses Atma only. Even for Ishvara, he uses Atma. If you look at 3.3, he says Mayopadhisan Atma Ishvaraha iti uchyate. He could have said Mayopadhi san Brahma Ishvaraha iti uchyate. He could have said that. That would generally, that is the statement that is made. So Brahma appears as Ishvara because of Maya Upadhi. Or Brahma takes on the role of Ishvara because of Maya Upadhi. He could have said that, but he says Atma. He uses the word Atma there. So he's saying no, Atma and Brahma are identical. So I can use any one word. Any word.
Okay.
So they are identical, but in certain contexts we use Atma, in certain contexts we use Brahma.
Wouldn't it be the Samashti view and the Vyashti view? Atma is the Vyashti and Samashti view is Ishvara.
Yeah, so exactly. So that when we refer to the Vyashti, we generally use the word Atma. And Vyashti means this microcosm, this body, this Jiva. And Samashti is the Jagat, the whole, the entire cosmos, the entire universe. And we use the word Brahma or Paramatma in those contexts. Correct. Vyashti, Samashti. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Good. So we will stop with that. It's about 8 o'clock here.